EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New England Patriots. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? It takes this near to 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. You look at this Arizona defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They spent the week in practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll swing this out to Henderson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On the move past the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Play action. May. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. They'll throw with May. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll get this out to about the 40. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Cowboy 80.
Now Jones wants to change it up. Second down and inches. He finds his man complete. That's Hernandez. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Benson. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. To throw, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Here goes crazy. Hey, what's up?
Looking to throw, May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They got a big chunk they got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
On first down, it's Henderson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the...
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Trevion Henderson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Pats are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Come on.
Now Jones. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Panther 60.
Running out of the gun here with Benson. And able to use his blockers to get this over the 40. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Throwing here is May. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now 3rd down and very long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
dangerous return man showing it here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Throwing, Jones. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Cougar 19. Go check. Go check. Check smash. Check smash. Stop low 18. Go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Ready up. Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready up.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are once again back in front. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
49-yard line.
To the air, May. Got a man, it's Keyshawn Boutte. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. The Patriots hit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's this complete to Buto. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Throw left side complete. That's Henderson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
From the shotgun, it's May. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Joseph. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. On the draw, this is Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Here we go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cards have yet again retaken the lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score 21. Patriots 17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. It's Williams on the catch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there. Try to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. Jones. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Cardinals going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man here is Benson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Let's go. Ready.
They run over center with Benson. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
Off the play fake. Jones. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 63 yards. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now up to 14. 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back to throw now on first down. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. I think they're going to win those too.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
At the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's May. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points. Touchdown, Cardinals! A great effort there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 22 more yards there and another first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they go play action with May. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Here's May. May drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, May with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question.
Touchdown, Patriots! Keyshawn Butte, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And the Cardinal first down.
Ready!
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. "38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Ready!
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has been a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. They'll throw with May. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, what's that?
To throw, it's May. He'll swing this out to Henderson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Looking to throw, May. Looking middle, and that's complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it right there. And the ball is knocked out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like bats, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Second down and 8. Now Jones. A short one here, caught by McBride. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Craft up 18, Pioneer. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Cut it. Ready.
From the gun on third down, Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Here we go. Shot. Viking 18. Go.
And they will take a knee here. Well, CDs for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equal.
You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king. I told you, hop in and let the journey begin. I really wanna be like him. I wanna be like him. Forget about that. Hands up in the sky, and we keep getting, and let you down, that you cannot deny. We're glowing light, get shining bright. I cannot wait to get inside. Still out of sight, when we wanna go up and down. We're moving on around, we're going up and down. We're moving on around. I wanna show you my world, where the beat goes up and down. Let me open the door. takes a part of me. Something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe, something's taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheap for me to lay. Something takes a part of me. Feeling like a freak on a leash. Feeling like I have no release. How many times have I felt disease? Nothing in my life is free. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace.